ACC Wrestling returns to the Farm in 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong. Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Brian Brownfield alongside the two-time national champion Brahman Creighton. And Brahman, a great opportunity for Stanford to open up ACC play strong, knowing what's ahead, a gauntlet down the stretch.
Absolutely. I'm looking for Stanford to get some confidence back this week after losing to a really tough Iowa State team last Sunday here on the Farm. There's lots of winnable matches tonight for the Stanford Cardinal.
Let's take a look at how Duke is expected to ACC Wrestling returns to the Farm in 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong and in front of the home crowd, and Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Brian Brownfield alongside the two-time national champion Brahman Creighton. And Brahman, a great opportunity for Stanford to open up ACC play strong, knowing what's ahead, a gauntlet down the stretch.
Absolutely. I'm looking for Stanford to get some confidence back this week after losing to a really tough Iowa State team last Sunday here on the Farm. There's lots of winnable matches tonight for the Stanford Cardinal.
Let's take a look at how Duke is expected to roll things out tonight. And Brahman, as we expect, the back half of the Duke lineup, particularly 174 and heavyweight. Yeah. Next on ACC Network Extra. On ACC Network Extra. ACC Wrestling returns to the Farm in 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong and in front of the home crowd, and Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Brian Brownfield alongside the two-time national champion Brahman Creighton. And Brahman, a great opportunity for Stanford to open up ACC play strong, knowing what's ahead, a gauntlet down the stretch.
Absolutely. I'm looking for Stanford to get some confidence back this week after losing to a really tough Iowa State team last Sunday here on the Farm. There's lots of winnable matches tonight for the Stanford Cardinal.
Let's take a look at how Duke is expected to roll things out tonight. And Brahman, as we expect, the back half of the Duke lineup, particularly 174 in heavyweights, that's where they're good.
Yeah, that's where their strength is. The Stanford team, their strength is in the lightweights and the middleweights. We got some guys filling in tonight, but we have a tough lineup.
Aiden Wallace and Connor Barquette, the standouts for Duke. And on the flip side for Stanford, an opportunity, Brahman, for a lot of guys who are really raw, really green to make an impact on the mat.
There's nothing like experience. Getting out there in front of the home crowd and actually making weight and going through the process and wrestling a match is going to really help these guys.
Should be a fun one tonight on the Farm as Stanford and Duke begin ACC action. We got all the excitement from Maples Pavilion coming at you right after this break on ACCNX. ACC Wrestling returns. ACC Wrestling returns to the Farm in 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong. Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. ACC Wrestling returns to the Farm in 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong and in front of the home crowd, and Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Brian Brownfield alongside the two-time national champion Brahman Creighton. And Brahman, a great opportunity for Stanford to open up ACC play strong, knowing what's ahead, a gauntlet down the stretch.
Absolutely. I'm looking for Stanford to get some confidence back this week after losing to a really tough Iowa State team last Sunday here on the Farm. There's lots of winnable matches tonight for the Stanford Cardinal.
Let's take a look at how Duke is expected to roll things out tonight. And Brahman, as we expect, the back half of the Duke lineup, particularly 174 and heavyweights, that's where they're good.
Yeah, that's where their strength is. The Stanford team, their strength is in the lightweights and the middleweights. We got some guys filling in tonight, but we have a tough lineup.
Aiden Wallace and Connor Barquette, the standouts for Duke. And on the flip side for Stanford, an opportunity, Brahman, for a lot of guys who are really raw, really green to make an impact on the mat.
There's nothing like experience. Getting out there in front of the home crowd and actually making weight and going through the process and wrestling a match is going to really help these guys.
Should be a fun one tonight on the Farm as Stanford and Duke begin ACC action. We got all the excitement from Maples Pavilion coming at you right after this break on ACCNX. In 2026 as a new league season is about to begin inside Maples Pavilion. It's Stanford looking to open conference action strong and in front of the home crowd, and Duke coming up next on ACC Network Extra. Greetings and salutations, everybody. We're back inside Maples Pavilion, taking a live look at Glenn Lanham. He's been around the Duke wrestling program for a long time, Brahman, and he's very excited for the opportunity his Blue Devils have here tonight.
Yeah, Coach has talked a lot about the improvement of his team and their consistency and their effort. You know, they work hard at everything, academics and athletics at Duke University.
On the Stanford side, Chris Ayers in his third season. And he's really excited for this as well because he knows that it's a gauntlet coming up after this for the Card.
Yeah, he's really looking forward to the rest of the ACC season and trying to make sure his team is as healthy as possible.
Let's take a look at the first 5 matchups we have here tonight. Spencer Von Savoy and Edwin Sierra to kick it off, and some opportunities early for Stanford to build a cushion here, Brahman.
Absolutely. We have a backup in at 125, but he's still got a great chance to get a W here on his record and start to build the lead for the Stanford team.
3 ranked wrestlers on tap in the first 5 for the Cardinal. And it's time to get us underway here inside Maples Pavilion. So happy to have you along for the ride. It's the 125s to get us started here tonight. It's Spencer Von Savoy for the Blue Devils and Edwin Sierra, a freshman for the Cardinal out of Yuma, Arizona.
Edwin coming out tough with his hand fighting. Looking to work that right hand underhook. Got behind the leg. He's on a great job standing up with the leg. Dive roll attempt by the Duke wrestler didn't work. Edwin was right there to capitalize and get that takedown.
Really good, aggressive start for Edwin Sierra, and that's something that Coach Ayers was talking to us about yesterday, Brahman, when we had the time to talk with him before the match, and he said he wants his team to really go out and be aggressive. It sounds simple, right? We want to score as many points as we can, but that emphasis within every individual match, he wants his guys to be on the attack from the opening horn.
Well, especially when you have a team score involved and you need to work for bonus points, sometimes you got to push yourself a little harder than you want to get that extra takedown. Both of these guys are a little undersized for 125. I don't think they cut a lot of weight. Edwin's back on that underhook.
When you bring up a good point, Brahman, you're probably going to see that across the board in a lot of matches here tonight, particularly on the Duke side. They are such a young squad. Both of these teams really are, but in talking with Glenn Lanham a couple days ago, he said there are a lot of guys on his team where he wants to see them continue to add weight over the course of their very young collegiate careers to really build themselves into the type of wrestlers that he believes they can be.
Well, this is one of the reasons that you redshirt a freshman typically, because it gives them a year to mature, put on that muscle, get used to the physicality of Division I wrestling. These guys are locked up chest to chest. Edwin looks like he wants to pummel out of that position. We got a stalemate from the referee.
Sierra 2-3 in his freshman season. Poway High School, again a native of Yuma, Arizona. And Von Savoy 1-7 this season. He's got 3 collegiate wins on his ledger thus far.
Well, see, this is a tall guy. He's having some trouble getting him to the mat because he's got such length and he's able to push the guy away and stay up on his feet. Edwin needs to jack that foot way up. Good job pulling him down to the mat. Savoy lost his balance there. No takedown yet, though. Okay, nice. He went the other way, kind of like a, sometimes we call that an assassin.
Getting those shoulders close there is Sierra.
He's got a bottom leg cradle, fought out of it.
Coming out is Von Savoy. Right back on the attack goes Sierra, and they go off the edge of the mat with just 1 second left to go here in the first.
A little sloppy there on the edge of the mat by the Duke wrestler.
But what a quick start for Edwin Sierra. 9 points already on the board here in the first.
.44 seconds of riding time already for Edwin. Duke's going down this period. I would think that Edwin would try to get that riding time up over a minute right now.
And it's a very brief collegiate history for Sierra so far, but most points he's scored in a match, 10. That came against Cal Baptist's Cooper Shore back on November 15th.
So he's on fire then.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And what a great way to build some confidence in a 125 spot that hasn't been one of the strongest for Stanford over the last couple of seasons.
Well, we have Nico Provo there, and he's a real stud. He sat out last year. There was a weak spot for us last year without Nico in there, but he's back, and he should be ready to go for the national tournament, giving himself a chance to be an All-American.
Sierra's got the riding time, approaching 1.5 now.
Now he's got that Stanford vine in, and he's going over bar on the right side. Sometimes those are the best skills when you tie up the lower body and the upper body. He needs to pick a turn and go with it. Now he's back on that leg ride.
It looks like he's a little indecisive about which way he wants to make that turn.
Yep.
You're right.
Look to the corner. The corner is encouraging him to cut the guy loose and get another takedown.
That's exactly what he does. 30 seconds to go here in the second period.
He had a right-handed underhook and kind of slipped off of it, and his opponent was able to drop in on the leg, but he's just stretched out there trying to hold on. Short time here. Edwin needs to drop his hip, crush him off of that, or scrape him off. Now he's lifting the bottom leg. He's stepping in for a bottom leg Turk. That's 3.
Period winding down as he gets the 3 on the board. And the horn sounds inside Maples, a 12-3 advantage through 2 for Sierra.
And that's a recipe for winning matches, is scoring at the end of periods. That doesn't give your opponent the time to get an escape, and it turns a 3-point takedown into truly a 3-point takedown and not a 2-point takedown.
So Sierra now will start on the bottom.
You think Savoy would try to take advantage of this top position. He's a long guy, so he probably has some legs. Well, he's letting him go.
And you can hear it from the Stanford bench before we started this third period. They say we need 2 more takedowns. That's the mission here for Sierra.
Nice duck under attempt. Ran behind by Sierra.
There's one of them right there.
That's great instruction when your coaches tell you exactly how many takedowns you need to get the job done.
So 16-3, Sierra over Von Savoy. Riding time well over 2:20.
Sierra, not a huge 125-pounder, but he's definitely out-muscling Savoy. Looking to suck him back here, maybe get some back points.
Coach Ayers said he's really finding his way across his freshman season and now looking for one more takedown.
Another takedown would do it, and that's a tech fall. Nice snap, ran to the leg.
A
There's
4 or a 5 on the board, and he's got the takedown. Edwin Sierra closes it out with a tech fall and a convincing 19-4 start for the card.
Excellent job. Only his 3rd win of his career, so he needed that.
And for Sierra, it's the first tech fall victory of his collegiate career as we get a couple of looks at the highlights here, Brahman.
Finishing tough, finishing this single leg, putting him right on his butt. Okay, we got a crowd favorite here, Tyler Knox, All-American, Midlands champion.
So it's Knox going up against Riley Rowan, the redshirt freshman from Perry, Ohio.
Quick takedown for Tyler.
And right on the attack, Tyler Knox ranked 7th in the country, wasting little time.
He's got a leg in, but he got sat on his butt. The guy is doing a pretty decent job of isolating that foot, trying to get his hips away. Tyler's so good in these positions. He can actually score back points through his own body if he can expose the guy's back. Trying to show the guy's back to the mat. Referee's right on it.
He's getting close to it too. The count begins.
He's got 2 down with an opportunity to get 4 back points. And once he returns to his base, the referee will award the two near fall. He's got opportunity to get more. Right now, he's got the 2 held up, not on the board yet.
Knox trying to get that turn.
Tyler's so comfortable in these positions. He takes a lot of risk on the mat, but he trusts his wrestling.
Will award the 2 points to Knox. And a 5-0 advantage early for the redshirt sophomore from Groveland, Massachusetts.
He's over the arm with his right side. Usually when you're over the arm, it gives your opponent an opportunity to get out. But again, Tyler's using it to bait the guy and pull the guy back and stick his legs in.
He goes right back to where he just was moments ago.
I'm expecting him to punch a half Nelson here and try to jump over and pin the guy. Uh-oh. See, he's real comfortable there, see?
Knox.
He's scoring right now.
The All-American from last year.
You gotta worry about those positions where the guy can explode into you and potentially reverse you. Tyler showed the referee, hey, he took his hands off. He's basically saying, this is a new hold.
Yep.
Give me my points.
He's already got 9 on the board here. Less than a minute to go in the first period.
He's got a mean power half.
And as Coach Ayers says, he is as cool as a cucumber. And you can see it in every move he makes.
Oh, he's got that toe. Gotta watch out for that. They're not gonna let him hold that toe like that. Yeah, his opponent's putting his head down. He's not giving as much fight as he can. Trying to just hold on down there.
Down to 15 to go.
I'd like to see Tyler go on his feet a little bit more and work on his takedown skills. That's where he's a lesser strength for him.
And the horn sounds the end of the first period. You bring up a good point there. How much, Rahman, would you like to see guys kind of work on those types of things when they get the match into a comfortable position like Knox has it in right now?
Absolutely. This is great practice. Doesn't get any better than this.
So Knox started out on the bottom. You know, with Riley Rowan, young kid who's had just 26 matches to his career so far across 2 collegiate seasons. His brother Kyle was actually here on the farm from 2020 through 2023.
Oh, yeah, I know Kyle. Really good kid. Reversal to his back, getting back points. It's going to be a 6-point move. 2 for the reversal, and then potentially 4 near fall.
Tyler Knox looking up. Just trying to get a little more out of it. And the 2 held up by our official. 13 on the board already for Knox.
He's got that ankle right now. He's nice, cradling him up. He's looking for the fall here.
Look at Tyler Knox trying to close it out in style.
He hooks that bottom leg, it's going to be over. There it is.
Tyler Knox on the verge.
Got to use his hamstring to lift that bottom leg, and those shoulders should go flat.
Riley Rowan's in trouble. 40 seconds on the clock in the second. How long can he hold on?
Yeah, now he's just going to body press him down into the mat. Got to lift the guy's head. It's
right
close.
On the left shoulder.
Close.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
Tyler Knox with 15 seconds to go.
Taylor needs to continue to adjust. He's going to put his knee on the arm, jump to the far side. Now he's in what we call a Saturday night.
He got it. Tyler Knox.
On a Friday night.
His first pin of the year. At Stanford, a dominant opening here through the first 2 matches.
Great start.
An impressive way to begin here on the farm. It's Edwin Sierra opening it with a tech fall victory, and then Tyler Knox, first pin of the season, wins it at 133s, and Stanford leads it. Back inside Maples Pavilion, an early 11-0 start for Stanford with a couple of victories here on Women's Wrestling Appreciation Night on the farm. I've seen the Menlo women's wrestling team in attendance. We'll talk more about that later on as we look at our 141s coming up. Raymond Adams, Jack Consiglio. He's ranked number 17, and we're excited to see him bounce back.
Absolutely. Jack needs a good win after losing last Sunday to Echemendia from Iowa State. That was a really tough match. Echemendia's a top 5 ranked wrestler, and he's going to be looking for a national title this winter. But Jack is ready to go.
So we're ready to...
Ooh, a shot off the whistle. I like it, Jack.
Yep. Trying to be aggressive like we heard from Coach Ayers. These guys need to start scoring points. They need to score them in a hurry. And so far, message received through the first 2 for the Cardinal with an 11-0 advantage on the scoreboard. Edwin Sierra with a tech fall and Tyler Knox with a pin.
Adams, the Duke wrestler, has got a hand on the mat. He's worried about Jack's leg attacks. Coach Lanham says that Adams has got really good leg attacks as well.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths that he has, and Coach Lanham also said that he's a very technical wrestler, but someone who needs to get used to this 141 weight class up from 133.
He would have been a really big 133 pounder. He's tall for 41. He's 2 or 3 inches taller than Jack, and Jack's pretty tall for 41.
12 wins over his first 2 years for Raymond Adams, a 2-time WCA Scholar All-American.
Jack's taking ground, controlling the center. The officials are going to get on the Duke wrestler here pretty quick about playing the edge. He just changed places with him, which is what you want to do when you get pushed to the edge. Nice drag attempt to a leg attack. There's that technique he was talking about. The Cardinal held on to the leg and got a stalemate out of it. Referee looking to protect the athletes there.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
No.
That did not look comfortable.
Well, that was an excellent setup by Adams to get to the leg. He had a little drag, beautiful single leg, just didn't finish. Both guys down. Consiglio digging inside position. Again, controlling the center. Nice little snap. Right now, yeah, I see it too.
Yep.
Fans are calling for stalling. I agree. Every step is back. There it is. So nowadays, if you go out of bounds, especially under attack, that's an automatic stalling call. Very easy call for the official. 2 stalling calls is a point. So my coach, Coach Denny at UNO, used to call it a half a point for every stalling call.
You ever wish they awarded that half point?
Often, often.
Just about 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Consiglio from Lansdale, PA, a redshirt freshman who Coach Ayers says has made a really big jump after Thanksgiving. You can see it in the wins and losses. 7 wins, including 4 against ranked opponents.
Well, he's got some of the best workout partners you can have in Daniel Cardenas and Aiden Valencia. Super tough room at the middleweights. That potentially could have been another stalling call as Jack shot him out of bounds. He needs to break Adams' head-hand defense and get to his legs and take him down.
Just 39 seconds left to go here in the first period.
Both of these guys holding really good position on their feet. Adams, after seeing that little drag to a single, I think he can get to the legs. He's got some stuff, he just got to use it. Good reshot by Jack.
You're right, Brahman. Every step is backwards here for Adams.
See, that saved him right there from the stalling call. Left-handed single leg. He shot once he got to the edge. Nice leg pass by Jack Consiglio. And they're out of bounds.
He was just crawling that way with 1 second left to go on the clock. How hard is it to wrestle against somebody like Adams when he's doing what he's doing right now?
It's difficult because he's trying to basically set a trap for you. You know, he wants you to get over aggressive and make a mistake so that he can counter you. He's backing up to set up his shot. Adams is choosing neutral here in the second period. Not wanting to go underneath Jack.
You like that decision?
Yeah, I typically go down right away so you can start to build a lead, especially if he hasn't ridden you, but you don't know yet. He hasn't just been no takedown, so we don't know what they got on top. Nice club to an underhook, lefty hook. He keeps going back to that three-point stance. Nice shot.
Adams.
Really nice. So he's getting stronger here on this finish. When he puts his head in the middle like that, it makes it harder. Now he can only come up between the legs and try to Iranian here. Sometimes they call this a waterfall position. But he's got to get his hips up and turn. Again, he gives up that leg pass again. That might be showing some of his youth.
Consiglio try to drag him back towards the center almost there.
Raymond's got over 70 college matches, so he's he's got a lot of experience, but not a lot of wins.
Yeah, 19 career victories, looking for number 20 here tonight. Consiglio's got 13 in his 2 seasons of college wrestling.
Long guys are hard to wrestle. They have so much leverage.
Glenn Lanham looks on.
Both guys need to turn it up and get a takedown.
Get the sense the way this one's going, Brahman, it could be a matter of just whoever gets that first one could be the only one.
Yeah, takedown is probably going to decide this match for sure. There's a stalling call. That was an easy one for the ref.
Yeah, you could hear the Stanford sideline. They were barking for it. They get it, the second stall, so that's a point on the board for Consiglio.
You really have to fight hard to get back inside the cylinder and not get pushed out. Jack needs to break his head-hands defense. The guy's got a hand on the mat. That's difficult. Maybe I would try to snap him down underneath me and go behind him that way. Get his hands on the mat. There he is, driving towards the edge.
15 to go.
That's a sweet little shot he's got there. It's fast.
But he can't finish it.
Can't finish it. Not yet.
And the horn sounds to end the second period.
Jack's choice, he's going down. That's a no-brainer.
You go down here to escape, get the other point, and you're up 2, right?
Exactly. Now, with Adams being a long, lanky wrestler, I always worry about long guys having good leg rides. So I'm probably not going to explode up here. I'm going to hold in, make sure I get the hands, and then stand up. See what Jack does.
So the third period underway.
He didn't explode up. He's kind of waiting to see what the top man does. This tripod stand-up's getting more and more popular in college wrestling.
On his feet and out, and another point on the board for Consiglio.
That escape was prompted by the official there because he started counting. He didn't want to give up another stalling call. Another call would have been another automatic point. Jack needs to set this guy up a little bit better instead of shooting into his defense. I think they stopped that for a headbutt right there.
Hey, that's what it appears to be. 1:22 on the clock here in the third. Consiglio up 2-0.
We're still neutral. If I'm in Jack's corner, I'm a little nervous right now because a takedown could still win this match. No riding time.
That's where you can feel the sense of urgency from Glenn Lanham and everybody on the Duke side.
And Adams has been in on some good shots. He's definitely got some good leg attacks.
He's had the better leg attacks in this match.
I agree. He needs to get his hands locked and stand up with the leg. There's Jack pushing again. I like how he clears that hand off the head. He could do something with that, pull him down, snap him, maybe hit an ankle pick on the left side.
Retreating once again was Adams.
Did a great job circling in that time, though. And he's got that little lefty hook there, which makes it hard it's hard to get around him there when you give up your arm like that, though. As long as Jack's got that arm underneath, he's not going to score.
Just 31 seconds left to go in the third.
It's a great opportunity for Jack to get a takedown and put the match away.
You know Adams has the same thing in mind right here. He's got to go.
This is the problem when you let guys stay in matches. You don't get any points for touching the leg, though. You got to score. Nice slide by attempt. You should snap after that. There's that snap. Go behind, go behind. All right.
And he got there.
There's three.
3 on the board late for Jack Consiglio.
That's a good way to finish the match.
And you're right, Brahman. A perfect way to close it out for Jack Consiglio. Wins 5-0 by decision, and Stanford is now up 14-0.
Slide by out of bounds. There's that.
A lot of highlights early on.
Had to work hard for that last go behind, though.
All right, on to 149s. It's Dylan Ross for Duke. He's a redshirt freshman from Edgewater, New Jersey. He's got the redshirt sophomore from Byers, Colorado. It's Lane Yapoujian for the Cardinal. Yapoujian 6-4. All of his matches coming this season. He's in his 3rd season here at Stanford, but really didn't see any time the first 2 years, battling back from injury. And Coach Ayers said to us yesterday, Brahman, he's just so excited to see Lane back out on the floor and on the mat and getting a chance to compete at this level.
Nice defense here. He's got some really strong hips. He's got a hold of the outside ankle, which is a great way to stop your opponent from scoring. Got to get his head up and his hips in. Ross was able to crack that down and then get back into better position. Now he's split the legs. You don't want to let your legs get split. There's that leg pass. These guys like to scramble. Duke coaches want him to drive the weight onto the foot and drive forward. As long as Lane's got that ankle, that's not going to happen.
Glenn Lanham told us about Dylan Ross. He's athletic, he's hard-nosed. He really just needs to get accustomed to wrestling at the collegiate level, which is the case for a lot of these guys on both squads tonight.
They're letting this go a lot longer than I thought they would let it go. I thought it would get a stalemate here. Lane doing a good job sort of sneaking under the leg. There's a takedown, though, right on the edge. He scooped that back ankle.
And a quick 3 for Dylan Ross as they go off the edge, and we'll bring it back to center with 1:32 to go in the first.
Lane is in the middle of almost a murderer's row in the Stanford room. He's got so many tough guys right around his weight class. It's hard to break into this lineup.
He's given the opportunity here tonight, his 11th collegiate match. He's lost 2 in a row, trying to get himself back into the win column, and again, just building himself back up to form after a couple of years.
Dylan Ross has a claw ride on the right side. He might be looking to lift his opponent and throw him to his back or tilt him the other way. Lane's got to peel those hands and fight with his back to get his hips out. Lots of pressure forward right now. He's trying to roll. You got to be careful rolling like that.
Yep. Back on his belly with 45 to go.
Now the Duke guy is on top. He's got to get out to the side. Let's see how long the referee lets him just ride parallel like that.
And one thing that Lanham told us about Dylan Ross, you want to keep him hungry for more, hungry for scoring more points. I think to your point, that's exactly what he needs to try and get to here in this spot with a 3-0 lead.
Nice tight waist by Dylan. Oh.
Yapuzian's out.
And he gets out with 8 seconds left. He needed that.
Gets him on the board as the first period comes to a close.
Okay, Stanford's going to get the choice. Or no, the Duke's going to get the choice. Dylan Ross is going down, second period. Going to try to build his lead. Not much of a ride by Lane there.
Now very quickly to his feet and out, and one on the board for Ross.
I can see the athleticism that Coach Lanham was talking about in Dylan Ross. He is pretty athletic.
Here comes Yapuzian.
Coach is encouraging Dylan to get another takedown. See, Lane's holding the arm there. His laces are flat. He needs to improve in this position right away. He's going to keep that arm, keeping Dylan from running around behind him for the takedown.
They call a stalemate, and back to center we go with 1:18 on the clock here in the second.
Yapuzian not real athletic on his feet, not a lot of motion, kind of funky. Looks like he wants to slide by, counter wrestle. He goes to those positions a little too much. And now his legs are split, and Dylan's going to score here.
Exactly what you said he didn't need to have happen here.
Dylan's got to turn his knee up so he can drive forward.
Can he get there, though?
He's going to reach down and break that lock with his hand. Referee's letting it go. Okay, there it is. Once you hook the leg, that's an automatic 3.
So 3 on the board for Ross, 7-1.
Lane is still holding the foot where he needs to let go of that and build up. Try to get his escape. The longer he stays down on the mat with his head down, the worse it is.
Six to go. Can he get to his feet before the horn sounds? He will not.
You can see that Lane's instinct is to roll as opposed to stand up. And sometimes that's the wrong strategy.
Where does that come from?
From his scramble ability, probably the way he was developed as a high school wrestler. You know, he's trying to wrestle to his strengths, which is scrambling and reversing and counter wrestling. Sometimes you got to just get solid and stand up. There's that nice slide by Lane, Yapuzian. Dylan's over the leg, though. He clears that lock. There's a takedown.
And 3 more on the board for Dylan Ross.
And then his head's back down on the mat. That's what you don't want to see. Dylan Ross already has the major decision locked up and riding time.
But looking for more.
It's a cheap tilt. Anytime you get 4 points, I don't know if you want to call it cheap, but it's a great skill.
65 seconds to go.
Now he could come back up, let his hands go, get the points, and then go right back to it. See, Lane is just holding the leg, but he's not improving. As coaches, we want to get our athletes to just constantly improve. Gets called on the bottom for stalling. That's never a good look.
So add 1 more on the board, 11-1 officially. Just 22 seconds to go.
He needs 1 more point to get the tech, because right now it's going to be 15. Did he already put up the back point? So I guess that's the right score right now. I thought he had 10 seconds. There it is.
Unable to get any more on the board. Give him 2 more And that'll do it for Dylan Ross. An impressive showing over Lane Yapujian. Gets Duke on the board here in this one with a victory. Major decision for Dylan Ross. But Stanford, through 4 matches, looking pretty good. We got the 157s coming up next when we come back to Maples Pavilion. Stanford in front 14-4. 4 matches down here on a Friday night on the farm. It's been a fun one so far. And we're on to the 157s. It's Logan Fight for Duke. He's drawn a tough assignment in the 157s. He's got to face 9th-ranked Daniel Cardenas.
Yeah, Daniel's a team leader. He's a crowd favorite. Daniel wins with pace, belief, and power.
And Chris Ayers told us that they call him simply the brand. He is Stanford wrestling. So Logan Fight's going to have his work cut out for him. Just his 3rd match of the season.
Daniel's so physical.
And right on the attack early is Cardenas.
Intentional release right there for Daniel. He's looking to run it up.
He'll trade 3 for 1 any day of the week.
Absolutely. He likes to touch and go and push and snap, run down corners.
Cardenas, the 2024 All-American, finished 4th at NCAA's, the 2023 Pac-12 champion.
I can see Daniel already. He's trying to diversify his attacks here. He knows he's in the driver's seat, so he's practicing.
Another 3 on the board for Cardenas.
Roll through tilt right there. That's not something he normally does.
The count on the way. Up to 4, and then back onto his belly is Fight.
You know, sometimes in these matches, the Fife kid is probably beat already. You know, he saw who he had on the ledger, and his confidence was not high coming out. Daniel in on that underhook, double unders right to the body, picks him up.
Oh,
wow.
Look at that from Daniel Cardenas.
Powerful. Oh, wow, he missed the pin there. He should have pinned him.
Not gonna get it, he's gonna add 4 more. And that's gonna do it in short order.
Minute 30. It's a lot of points in 90 seconds.
94 seconds officially for Daniel Cardenas to win by a tech fall. Look at that again, Brahman.
So powerful.
Oh.
Double unders to a body lock to his back.
And you're right, it would have been great for him to finish it with a pin, but regardless, a quick one for Cardenas in the 157s and give another 5 on the board for Stanford overall to give them a 19-4 cushion at the halfway point.
I don't think Daniel broke a sweat, though.
I don't think he did. All right, so we're going to have an exhibition for you here at the midway point in our evening. It is women's wrestling night here on the farm. And so a special treat for you, an exhibition between Sabine Minkin of the Cardinal Wrestling Club against Arena Manrique of the Sunnyvale Wrestling Club. You know, this area here on the farm and in the Bay Area as a whole, Brahman, is kind of like a hot spot for women's wrestling. It is emerging across the country, but especially here in the Bay Area.
Absolutely. We have the most and the best women's wrestling in the high school level in this area of California.
Callie Gilchrist from Brown University and USA Wrestling World Team member Alexandra Glaudet will be our referees for this one.
These ladies are going to be wrestling freestyle this evening, so the scoring's a little different.
And it's going to be different on the scoreboard as well. We're not going to have the full 3, 3, and 2. But what an opportunity for these young girls to compete center stage on a spotlight like this.
This is great for their experience. Be some future stars here.
I mentioned it earlier that the Menlo women's wrestling team is in the house here. I am a proud Menlo College graduate from just up the road, and I was on site with the wrestling team back in 2019 when they won Menlo's first ever national championship. It was women's wrestling. It was Solyn Piercy who was here last week for the Iowa State matchup. She was the one who clinched it for the Cardinal, or for the Oaks, excuse me.
And that was with Coach Joey Barang, correct?
Joey Barang, yeah.
All-American San Francisco State.
One of the best in the business, no doubt about it.
Nice single leg. She went head inside, head outside. Nice finish. Oh, a reversal to a near cradle.
Whoa.
Typically in freestyle, you go flat after a takedown because you're trying to stop your opponent from turning you. These girls look like they're wrestling a little hybrid of freestyle and folk style. I'm saying a lot of folk. Yeah, I think they're scoring at folk style scoring.
Close towards the edge and off with 10 to go here in the first. Sabine and Arena.
Ten seconds to go in this first period.
So it's Arena down.
Locked hands there, huh? Referee didn't call it. She's locked hands again. Sometimes they give reaction time for this, especially with younger wrestlers. But I think that was a missed call there.
So we'll put 1:30 on the clock here for the second period.
I feel like Coach Gray was calling the official out on that locked hands call.
Hey, call it as you see it. Come on now.
He's just working for his wrestler.
Yep.
We're going neutral here.
Of course, he's got the Grow Women's Wrestling t-shirt on underneath the black blazer. Seen a few of those in the crowd here tonight.
Coach Gray brings such great energy in the room.
He does.
It's awesome. Nice double leg.
3 on the board for Sabine. So she's got the lead 5-3.
Yeah, with that takedown, Meekin got the lead back. And a tough ride she's putting on.
And they go off. 62 to go.
Meekin looks like she's got a lot of experience.
You can see it from both of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to watch that locked hands. She's got an overbar. Enrique doing a good job coming to her feet.
Right back down.
There's an intentional release. Right back in on the shot. That was a little quick. Usually the referee gives them a chance to face before you can shoot again. Meekin's got a cross wrist underneath. Lots of pressure. There's another intentional release.
Looking for more.
You can tell Meekin's used to dominating.
Uh-huh.
Right-handed underhook.
Can she score before the horn sounds? Yes.
Tough wrestling.
She got 3 more. 11-5 the score heading to the third. So we'll put another 90 seconds on the clock.
Enrique going to take top. Nice breakdown. Meekin is talented. She's turned right in, right to her back. Great job getting that position back, staying behind the arms. Tough ride. 50 seconds left in the match.
Almost stopping out there for a second was Arena, but could not escape.
Good job defending that half. There's a potential suck back. Meekin's doing a great job riding. Two well-coached young ladies here. You gotta watch your own back here on that tilt. Great tilt, high level skill. Oh, could be in trouble here. Nice scramble. Way to wrestle through that position. Lots of experience shown right there.
Look at Meekin. Clock down to 8. Count is on.
It's better than a lot of high school wrestlers right there.
And the horn sounds, and that's it. Wow, what a performance from Meekin.
Great display of women's wrestling right there.
A standing ovation here inside Maples Pavilion for Meekin and Manrique on Women's Wrestling Night here at Stanford. That's the midway point in our match. It's been all Stanford so far. A pin, a couple of tech falls, and a 19-4 advantage as we hit the back half. We enter the back half of our duel tonight. Stanford and Duke opening up ACC play. Stanford with a 25-4 advantage over the Blue Devils. A look at the last 5 matches. A note there at the top of the 165s. Duke forfeited, so E.J. Parco gets the win, and that's why Stanford up 25-4, but a couple of really good opportunities here for Duke to get some points.
Yeah, right now we have Aiden Wallace, who's ranked number 20 in the country. He's a leader for the Duke team. Coach is really high on him. He's going to wrestle Colin Duffy. Duffy's in for Lorenzo Norman, who's a little banged up right now. Coach is hoping to get Lorenzo back before the really important stuff at the end of the season.
Duffy, a redshirt freshman from Alpine. And Wallace ranked number 20 in the country. He's from New Jersey, redshirt sophomore, 20 wins this season.
Nice little limp leg there on the edge, and then he did a good job circling off of the edge and getting back into the cylinder. Smart wrestling. He's still right on that edge. He needs to wrestle hard back into the K. Referee gave him the benefit of the doubt, said they were still wrestling there.
Wallace, back-to-back 20-win seasons. He's the 14th in the Duke wrestling program history to do so, and he's the 4th to do so across multiple weight classes. He's up from 165 a year ago.
Guffey in again, got in pretty easy on a single leg. Needs to stand up with the leg. Watch for Wallace to hit that limp leg again. Okay, he got Iranian. Guffey doing a good job getting his feet off the mat. He's got his legs split. A couple different ways he can finish here. Wallace has got a nice lock in the crotch. Looks like he knows what he's doing here. Uh-oh, he's trying to roll him through. Colin did a good job staying on that one side. I would release the legs and hip heist back towards the head. Okay, now you let go of the lock. So he needs to come back up underneath.
They get near the edge of the mat with under 1:30 to go in the first.
Guffey wants to have a chance to finish this. He's got to work a little faster. Okay, he's got to a double leg, but he's rolled out of bounds.
So we'll bring it back to the center with 1:19 to go here in the first. Guffey and Wallace.
Wallace doesn't look like he's too worried about Guffey getting in on his legs. Haven't seen him do anything offensive yet. 2 minutes in.
And that's where Coach Ayers says Guffey can be at his best if he gets to the leg. Look out.
He's got a nice inside tie with his right hand. He's taking ground, he's being aggressive. Guffey needs to convert when he gets in again. Nice knee pull. Single leg. Aiden Wallace. He's going to stand up with that leg. Oh, nice job floating to the far side. Avoiding the dive roll. He's in position to scrape him off and get the takedown.
Guffey this year 0-4 against ranked wrestlers.
He scraped him off, got that takedown. He's got that leg binded up and back. Referee won't let him just sit on that. Working a near wrist. He got that takedown with short time.
And the first period comes to a close. The one takedown, the only scoring so far, and a 3-0 advantage for Aiden Wallace.
Aiden pretty efficient on his feet. Took one shot, got one takedown.
Wallace finished 3rd at the Southern Scuffle. And as it always is, that's one of the more loaded tournaments across the country.
Very tough tournament. It's not as tough as it used to be when Penn State and teams like that would bring their whole team. Now they just send a few guys. Still a really tough event.
2 placers for Duke in that one. It was Wallace, who's here in the 174s, and an escape and a point for Colin Guffey, and then the heavyweight Connor Barquette, who will close out our night ranked 25th in the country.
Great stand up for Wallace there, building his lead. You see Wallace having a lot of close matches. He does just hang out a lot, not really pushing the pace.
Of course, his last one was a 14-1 major decision victory over North Dakota State's Max Magallana. Take that.
Right. I got to see the match.
But you're right. Most of them have been relatively low scoring. At least that's how it went for him at the scuffle. Had 2 major decision victories, but everything else was real tight and within 5 points.
He kind of stands high in his stance. Wallace does. Doesn't seem like it's too hard to get to his legs, but he's got good defense when you get in. Guffey needs to get back on the attack and convert a takedown. One takedown, he's back in this match.
Just 40 seconds left to go here in the second period.
If Colin Guffey can get a takedown, he's really dangerous in the top position. That's probably his best position.
Can he get on the attack in the final 20 here of the second?
Both guys just holding position. Aiden's taken 1 shot, and he scored on that shot. I would think that his coaching staff would be encouraging him to be a little bit more aggressive.
Right, I'm a little surprised that that hasn't been the message so far.
Yeah.
But we'll put 2 more minutes back on the clock. And it's going to be Guffey on the bottom.
Okay, he's trying to be a little tricky with his starting position. Aiden Wallace is. The referee called him for a caution there. You get 2 free ones before it costs you a point. If you noticed, he kind of gave a neutral feel on the ride. He couldn't tell whether he wanted to be on the right or the left. He was almost right behind Guffey.
Lanham looks on as Wallace trying to close this one out.
He's got a cross wrist.
Can Guffey get to his feet? Get on the board here.
Now Wallace collects that ankle. Now he's into that can opener ride. And back off of it. Stanford team uses that ride quite a bit as well. Guffey's got a fight with his back. He's back on his feet now. Back in a tripod. Responsibility is on the top wrestler to bring him back down.
Just hasn't been able to muster enough to get fully back up and out.
He's going to get a fresh start here. You see Aiden Wallace has been really smart by keeping his toe in so it kills the clock and continue to accumulate riding time. He's up to 1 minute and 20.
And we're down to 51 seconds here in the third. So riding time would put you at 5. And hey, what did I say? It's Southern Scuffle. A lot of them within 5.
Right.
That would be 5-0.
We need to see an explosive move from Colin Guffey off the bottom here. There's that neutral field again. Yeah, another caution. Next one's a point. Guffey up to his feet, but then gets put down with a leg in on the right side. Oh, he was almost able to get his hips out of Wallace's lap. Aiden pretty savvy in there.
Now Guffey up once more. Can he break free with 30 to go? Yes, he does. So now you got to go quick on the attack.
Well, takedown ties, or actually takedown doesn't tie it because Aiden Wallace has riding time. So he would need 2 takedowns or a takedown and some near fall. He's in on the leg. He's been there before, though.
Guffey down to 5 seconds left.
Guffey's got to stand up with that leg. He puts his head down when he gets in.
And Wallace is going to close it out. A 5-1 victory for Aiden Wallace. When you factor in the point for bonus time, or for riding time, and the 21st win on the season for the redshirt sophomore from Mahwah, New Jersey, having himself a heck of a season,
Wall
and he takes care of business in the 174s.
Wallace.
184s are coming up next when we return to Maples Pavilion. Welcome back to Maples Pavilion. 24th ranked Stanford with 25 on the board against Duke. They lead the Blue Devils 25-7. We're on to the 184s, an intriguing one here, one that maybe could go either way, Raman. It's Abe Wojciechowicz for Stanford in the 184s against David Hussey of Duke.
Yeah, Abe has an 8-9 record this season, so it's an opportunity to get back to 500 with his record. And Hussey, he has a 3-8 record this season, so he's looking to get some more wins.
Hussey, one of the more veteran guys in the Duke lineup. He's a junior. And these programs combined just 15 upperclassmen. So Hussey, one of them, one of the very few we're going to see here in action tonight on the farm.
Hussey has a kind of an awkward style, but he puts on a lot of pressure on his opponents. Great high crotch by Abe. Great job. He got both cheeks down. That should be 3.
Wojciechowicz scores first.
Working that bent leg Turk. Hussey did a great job building his base right there. He's going to get intentional release. Wojciechowicz.
So look to go right back on the attack.
Nice. Hussey's got a front headlock in the standing position. He switches to a right-handed underhook. Abe looking to post that far hip. Oh, nice shot. Right on the edge. He's got the leg split.
Wojciechowicz
going for the bottom leg Turk. Oh, Wojciechowicz over the top. Great scramble here. These guys are scrapping.
Quite the scuffle early on.
There you go. Abe needs to turn in. There it is. 3 points right on the edge.
Second one in the early going for the redshirt sophomore.
Wojciechowicz likes that bit leg Turk. Now he's going into that Stanford bind. Outside in leg ride.
And they're off with 54 seconds to go and a 6-1 advantage for Wojciechowicz.
That outside in leg ride that Steve Buddy brought to the program, it's still around. Matt Gentry, who was a national champion here for the Cardinal, he is the head coach at the University of Chicago. That's where my son wrestles. And that team uses the same ride.
What class your son wrestling in?
That's a D3 school.
Right.
For Chicago. He was a California State placer, took 5th as a senior.
It runs in the family.
Nice. Not as good as I am.
And I'm sure you tell him that.
I do. He knows it. There's a bent leg Turk.
Wojciechowicz holding 4.
At 4 back points.
And 4 for the near fall for Wojciechowicz. And a 10-1 advantage with time winding down and officially out here in the first period.
Abe's looking good tonight. Energy's high, he's on the attack. It's the best I've seen him.
Coach Ayers says about Wojciechowicz that he's a lot like Daniel Cardenas, AKA the brand, in the sense that his desire to be successful is what drives him, and you can really see it here tonight. He's trying to make a statement.
Hussey deferred the choice. Wojciechowicz went down during the second period. Nice escape. Almost got the reversal. Okay. No diving. Oh,
look at that.
Just out scrambled him there.
Yep. Lightning fast from Wojciechowicz.
He whiffed on the shot. Hussey had the angle. Abe just kept wrestling. And right back to leg in. He's already turning him.
He's got a 13-point cushion. It's 14-1 here in the second.
Hussey did a good job getting off of his back there. Looks like he's got some practice doing that. He's flat now. Not sure why they stopped it there.
There's a little blood on the right arm of Wojciechowicz. So Sanam Rezazada will come out and patch him up. 14-1 with 1:11 to go here in the second.
Quick look at the coaching staff here. Coach Hidley is All-American on the coaching staff. I believe he wrestled for NC State. He's an unbelievable workout partner for those middleweight guys.
Okay, so the blood was actually coming from Hussey. As you can see it on your screen right there, that's Zachary Sherwinski, the athletic trainer for Duke, out there to tend to David Hussey. And so with 1:11 to go, we'll bring it back towards the center.
The other coaches on the Stanford staff, Coach Bruckey. I think he was at Princeton with Coach Ayers as well. He's All-American. And, of course, Sean Gray, two-time All-American from B-Tech.
Less than a minute to go in the second.
Abe's riding tough, but his opponent's laying flat. I wouldn't be surprised to see a stalling call on the bottom here. Referee's not going to just let him lay there.
For Wojciechowicz, do you consider letting him go and trying to end it with another takedown, or are you trying to just roll him over right now?
Well, he almost had a half there where he could have pinned him. So, you know, probably looking for the fall. He's got enough takedowns now. Yeah, at this point, maybe I would let him go and try to get a takedown. I'm trying to end the match.
Over 3 minutes of riding time and just 10 seconds to go here in the second. As they make their way towards us.
A little scramble on the edge there.
I'll bring it back to the center with 4 to go.
I like that the coaches are still coaching, even though the match is well out of reach. Coach Lanham is still encouraging his athlete. That's a good sign. Almost had something positive at the end of the match, too. Something they can grow from.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about when you've reached this stage in the evening and you know that, all right, Stanford's going to walk out of here with a victory. But, you know, that's the beautiful thing about wrestling, right? There's the team component, the team score, but every single match is mano-a-mano.
Absolutely.
So there's always an opportunity to grow, always an opportunity to fine-tune something that you've maybe been struggling in recently.
Well, this is why the dual format is so great for the fans, because they get to root for individuals, but they get to root for their school, they get to root for the team. It's an individual sport with team aspects. Close to a reversal, he's got to get behind him or put him down to get the 2 points for reversal. That's not going to happen now.
And right back in control goes Wojciechowicz.
We get a stalemate here on the edge. Oh, they're still wrestling. Abe hooks that leg. He should get those points. Or he's still on top.
They're going to let him go intentionally, so that's another point on the board for David Hussey.
That was his teammates calling for that intentional release. Let him go.
You have the chance to end it with one more takedown.
Nice high crotch. Did a good job setting it up. David Hussey did a great job countering by the roll through. He's still going to give up the takedown here, though. And there it is.
There it is for Abraham Wojciechowicz. Coach Ayers says it's not always pretty with this guy, but that was pretty damn pretty.
Right.
Wojciechowicz, a 17-2 tech fall victory for the Cardinal.
Great win.
We take a look at some of the highlights on the board, and there was just really no quit in him from the start. He was on the attack and the clear aggressor.
Really showed some great leg attacks in that match. That's the best I've seen him.
So Wojciechowicz gets win number 9 on the season, gives Stanford a 30-7 lead moving into the 197 matchup. It's Owen McGrory for Duke going up against 19th ranked Angelo Posada for the Cardinal.
Posada's really talented freshman out of Poway. Great high crotch there. He likes to knee pull, high crotch.
And a quick 3 on the board, an early takedown for Posada.
When Anthony's on, he's really fun to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential in this true freshman from Poway. Coach Ayers says he is great on top.
Looking for that half. He likes to use his head to push the guy's head down to get that half in there deeper.
Posada, one of the few in the Stanford lineup who's working off of a win. He beat C.J. Carter of Iowa State 2-0 last week, which gave Stanford a chance in the duel against the Cyclones.
Yeah, that was a match that could have went either way. C.J. really didn't take a lot of attacks, and I don't think there was a takedown in that match. There wasn't a takedown, just 2 escapes.
But already 2 quick ones here for Posada in the first.
Or escape at a stalling point is how he won that match. McGorry not doing much on the bottom here, holding his base.
McGorry, the single season pins leader as a senior at Libertyville High School out in Chicago.
McGorry out of Chicago. Doesn't look like he has a ton of experience.
And another takedown for Posada, his 3rd of the first.
Posada's a freshman. He's looking like a seasoned vet right now.
Yes, he is. It's just his 13th collegiate match.
Shows you the strength of the California State high school wrestling. Posada was a 2-time state champion. Winning a state title in this state is almost like winning a national title.
California has continued to blossom into one of the strongest states for wrestling.
Got the elbow, he likes to pass, hit those angles. Posada was really well coached in high school. They got an unbelievable program down there in Poway.
And 3 more on the board.
So 1 high school town, they get all the talent, got a huge wrestling facility, unbelievable coaches. It's a factory.
Posada just one of the outstanding guys to come through Poway, and one of 2 we're seeing here tonight for the Cardinal. Edwin Sierra, who kicked things off with a tech fall victory.
And they got Grigor, another Poway guy on the team.
Hey, keep feeding him up here. It's working out pretty good.
Nice. Okay, he's trying to pull him back, Posada. So like a rolling, almost like a rolling half. Cale Sanderson used to do stuff like that. David Taylor.
So the horn sounds after 1. It's 12-3 Posada over McGrory.
Posada, he deferred the choice. A little surprised that Duke didn't choose to go neutral because he didn't have much luck getting away. Corey, he's got to learn how to get hand control, knee slide, get his back straight, get his hips underneath him.
Coach Lanham says he's a very raw talent, but they're expecting him to make a really big leap after this summer.
He's a redshirt freshman, so this is only his 2nd year in college wrestling.
And just his 21st overall match.
Well, see, he's not improving down there. He's just sort of holding his base. He's looking away from that half, trying not to get halved. But you got to fight with your hands. Intentional release by Anthony Posada.
12-4 our score, just north of a minute to go in the 2nd.
I'm looking at the vision of Owen McCrory, and he's looking straight in his face. He's not looking at his legs. That was an excellent shot by Anthony Posada right there. Sweet little low single. And there's 3.
So Posada adds to his tally, 15-4. And out again.
So look where his vision's at.
Yep.
His legs are straight. Woo, that was sweet.
Look at the speed of Angelo Posada.
That's one of the best shots we've seen all day.
And another 3. That was fast.
Yeah, he should do it again. 15 seconds though, he's gonna ride the period out. One escape and he's gonna have the tech fall. So we'll see what he decides to do. If he decides to go down or go neutral here. Go neutral.
So put 2 more on the clock, 18-5, Posada in front.
One takedown here will make this 22-5. See if he goes back to that ankle pick, low single action. Woo. He's showing his whole arsenal today. That was a sweet little duck. Wasn't able to cut off to the double before McCurry sat to his hip, got the lock in the crotch.
Cardinals, the Cardinals sideline calling for the 3.
So managed to stay alive down the edge. It's imminent. There it is.
The 3, and it's over. Angelo Posada with a tech fall, 22-5. He takes down Owen McCrory, who just never had a chance. The freshman shining bright here tonight.
Yeah, he looked great tonight.
So, we're through with the 197s. It was Angelo Posada putting on a clinic on the farm. Our heavyweights coming up to close out the night inside Maples Pavilion. Just about set to close out the night from Stanford, California. It's the Cardinal 35 and the Blue Devils 7. We got our heavyweights coming up for you. Luke Duthie for Stanford, a redshirt junior. He's got Connor Barquette, who's ranked number 25 in the country. And Brahman, you mentioned it when they were warming up. You said you could tell right away he's their best guy.
Yeah, he had a confident swagger. the look on his face, he looked like he was eager to be here. He looked athletic in the warm-up. It's a tough matchup for Duthie.
Luke's the guy who spent all December at the heavyweight level, went 2-4, but really he's leveling up here to get to this spot. Should be at the 197s, and that's where he split this season.
Yeah, he's undersized for heavyweight, but he's game. He's a game competitor.
Coach Ayers says he's strong as heck and really an awesome challenge that he wants to move up and draw this assignment against one of the best heavyweights in the country.
Marquette is the leader of the Duke team. Got 55 career wins. Oh, that was nice. Oh, nice reach out. That's his best skill right there, that underhook throw by.
Look at Connor Barquette go to work.
This is, for a heavyweight wrestling match, this is quite a scramble.
Look at this!
First takedown.
3 points on the board, and it comes from Luke Duthie.
Marquette kind of fell asleep there. He thought the takedown was over. Didn't expect him to roll through the legs. That doesn't happen that often at the heavyweight class.
Barquette, a 3-time team captain for the Blue Devils ever since he was a redshirt freshman.
You can see he was a little shocked that he got taken down first there.
What does that do for a wrestler's psyche when maybe you know you're coming in as the heavy favorite and you fall victim to a quick takedown like that?
Well, it depends on what type of wrestler he is. You know, a really tough guy is going to get up hard and fast and going to hit you back. You know, that's when you take down somebody good, you got to keep punching them. You got to keep punching them. Otherwise, they're going to get up and they're going to punch you hard.
So Barquette gets the escape, and he's on the board. It's 3-1.
Luke showing some good motion. Lots of level change. Winning the inside position battle. Got 2 hands on the head. Expect Barquette to get back to that underhook. Does a nice little snatch single. Looks a little frustrated right now. There's that single. Can't get a hold of it. Duthie might be frustrating him with his speed. He's winning the inside position fight. You don't want to let that guy have an underhook.
Down to 20 seconds here in the first.
He can stay in this match, give himself a chance. Duthie can get an upset here. Uh-oh, no points, no points, no points.
So nothing as they go off with 6 to go here in the first. Duthie and Barquette.
Okay, they're throwing the brick. Coach Lanham thinks that was a takedown on the edge. So we're going to take a look at it.
First one of the night.
Yeah, it is.
Surprised we've made it this far. So it's 3-1 with just 6 seconds left to go, and they'll take a look at it at the monitor.
This is where experience can really show. You know, the guy that stays composed through this timeout and comes back ready to wrestle is going to have the advantage.
So we'll take a look at it on the screen here, Brahman.
Great throw by. If that had been in the middle, it would have been points for sure. He's trying to keep his toe in and maintain control. I don't think they're going to change the call, though.
I mean, his feet are...
But he's not behind the
pat.
arms. No change. The call stands.
All right. So it stays 3-1, 6 seconds left to go here in the first, and Duthie a surprise 3-1 lead.
Duthie has great level change. He's quick as a cat for this weight class.
So he has the advantage heading into the second period. It'll be Barquette starting on the bottom.
Duthie can stay in this match and give himself a chance. He can steal this one.
Stanford has not won in the heavyweights in dual action this year.
Yeah, I believe we had some really quality heavyweights signed, and we lost them at the last minute. NIL and the transfer portal has really changed the landscape of college wrestling.
You don't hear about it a ton affecting the college wrestling world, but it does.
Oh, yeah.
And it's affecting every sport out there in the NCAA.
Is that a little snatch single by Barquette? That's a nice shot. Okay, now he went down to his knees. It's the first time he's penetrated to his knees this match. This is more of a middleweight, lightweight position. See, Duthie's good at those rolls.
Duthie trying to get himself out.
Duthie got all the way through to his belly. He's got the leg split. If he could push back to his knees and get his base underneath him, he could actually finish this hold. Easier said than done at heavyweight.
Well, right, and especially when you're giving up as much weight as he is.
Yeah, you can see the size disadvantage. But he keeps beating him to inside tie. Duthie is really good at inside fighting, keeping himself in the match.
Coach Ayers says he's fast and strong for his weight class. You have to be when you're going up against somebody with the size of Connor Barquette.
I can see the frustration mounting for Connor Barquette.
And that's where you want to get him, right?
Absolutely. Get him to make a mistake.
And the horn sounds on the second period. And now just a couple of minutes away from Luke Duthie potentially stealing one.
Okay, they want him to go neutral. They don't want to go underneath Barquette.
Well, no takedowns yet, so figure if he can hold his own for 2 more minutes, that's maybe the right spot.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. That's a
well,
third or fourth time that's happened. He's been imminent on a takedown. And
look at Duthie fight his way back.
He's got to drive he's got to get his knee up and drive towards his opponent's head. No, that's not what you want. You got to turn his knee up, otherwise it's going to be a stalemate. Because he can't go the other way with his leg like that.
And they call it.
It locks the hip out where you can't turn back in.
But boy, Luke Duthie is fighting.
Oh yeah, this is close.
Another fantastic battle here tonight on the farm.
Oh, don't get caught there.
Duthie's in trouble.
Okay.
3 on the board for Barquette and the lead.
He went to the well once too many times. And that could be the match.
Just 60 seconds remain. And now a 2-point deficit for Duthie.
Duthie needs to get 1 and a takedown if he's going to win this match. Connor Barquette has a great heavyweight coach on the coaching staff, and Tom Erickson, part of that staff. Tom Erickson was a U.S. national champion. He took 4th in the world in 1997. He was the head coach at Purdue for 13 seasons. I'm sure he's worked with his share of heavyweights.
And he's the one who's barking out instructions from the sideline. Down to 20 seconds left in the third.
They're asking for a stalling call.
Ten to go.
This is their best guy, so they want to get a good performance out of this guy, Barquette.
And that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a victory for the Blue Devils to close out the night here inside Maples Pavilion. It wasn't easy for Connor Barquette. Luke Duthie made him fight and scratch and claw his way, but Barquette picks up the win, his 16th of the season, and Stanford's going to take the duel overall.
That was a great performance by Duthie. Stayed right in there with a top 20 guy.
Yeah, that is something that you can certainly build on, and possibly an opportunity for Stanford to look at keeping him in that spot in the lineup. As they make their way through the handshake line, and Stanford picks up its 3rd win in dual action this season. They improved to 3-4, while the Duke Blue Devils fall to 6-7 overall, and a good way for Stanford to open up ACC action, Brahman.
Absolutely. They're going to have NC State next, which I know Coach is putting a lot of weight on this duel, trying to get the guys ready to wrestle that team. They are ranked, I think they're ranked 9th in the country, so a very good team. They're going to need all their guns firing on when they wrestle those guys.
Let's take a look
Friday.
Yep, that'll be right here inside Maples Pavilion. More on that in a second. A look at the Duke upcoming schedule. They'll stay here on the West Coast, head down to Cal Poly tomorrow on January 10th. That's a 7 p.m. duel, and then they'll be back at home. They have Pitt and Virginia as they get back into ACC play. And again, they're going to be facing the same tough teams that Stanford's going to be facing. An uphill climb for Duke for sure. On the Stanford side, you mentioned it, 9th-ranked NC State's here at home January 16th, and then on the road at Virginia Tech and Virginia. It's a very tough ACC, and NC State's going to be the first real test.
Absolutely. They got some stars on that team. They got a defending national champion at 125. That's going to be fireworks between him and Nico Provo.
And we can't wait for that one here on the farm. It's going to be next weekend right here on ACC Network Extra, a 7 p.m. start. Well, a great night for Stanford overall. The 24th ranked Cardinal dominating from top to bottom over the Duke Blue Devils. Wins up front from Sierra and Knox with a pin. And then Duthie with a fight closing it out. Posada had a big one late. And Stanford victorious over Duke by a final of 35-10. On behalf of our entire ACC Network Extra crew, Lance V back in the production truck. Brahman Creighton, my broadcast partner. I'm Brian Brownfield signing off. We'll see you back here at Maples next weekend for Stanford and NC State. You've been watching this presentation of ACC Wrestling on ACCNX.